Righty, here we are, Tuesday evening or night, however you want to look at it. Some people might call it night. I call it evening because it's still early now that it's getting dark at like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Makes me feel like I should be going to bed shortly after it gets dark. And it's like I have to sit there and put it in my brain. No. I got more hours. I got more hours to do stuff. You know, I got till 8 or 9 o'clock to, make noise. I know that's not the bylaw. The bylaw is like, 7 o'clock. Everything's quiet. Yeah, fuck that bullshit. Pardon my language for that. We are rolling here at Sharp Customs. On this Tuesday night, I'm just going to do a small review. I was going to do some airbrushing. I got the truck, the Chevy quarter scale truck. We won't look at it right this second. Once the camera girl goes over there, she can give you a little bit better look. I got this, as you can see, I got these seats sitting on the table. They're Corvette seats. They're Corvette seats. I've never done upholstery in my life. Okay. Now I don't sew. So basically, I said it. Damn right I said it. What I'm doing is I got the old covers. They're not actually in too bad a shape. They got some cracking going on. That's the driver's seat down there. It's actually pretty rough. I'll wing it around, or I'll open it up. Yeah, it's torn up. It's pretty much done. It's all hard. Driver's seat is always it. So the fella I'm doing these for, he's got the new panels, or whatever you want to call them. So it's a case of peeling this stuff off of the seat. First and foremost, it's figuring out how you get this with the foam out of these plastic buckets, or maybe they're fiberglass. They're probably fiberglass. But yeah, as you can see, there's lots of wires. There's lots of hooks to undo. You got a gazillion. I think these are called, I'm not sure what these are called. They're like a staple. They do have a special pair of pliers for squishing these. Like I say, I am not an upholstery guy. This is the first time I've ever tackled something like this. And yeah, so every one of these wires that goes through here, there's a wire. See, it's got the loop on it. They're rusted in there, so I've just been cutting them out. All these little wires, they all go through where the pleat is. To the outside, there's another wire, and you've got a hook. You got a hook to those wires, and they're all over the place. There's one down in there, pretty tricky to get at. But yeah, so you got a hook to those, and then the main wire, you got a main wire frame that kind of goes around here. You can just kind of see it there. That's where the, not sure what they're called, those things I just showed you, the little staples, hog staples, maybe, I don't know. They're staples to me. I've just been using a couple pairs of needle nose pliers to pull them apart and then put them back together. Now I've only done one piece. This is the bottom. It's the bottom. It's definitely going to be a little more challenging. Like I say, you got to take all these wires out. These wires, the bigger ones. And I have to insert those, so I have to undo one end, straighten it out. And in the new covers, I've got to slide them through all the little sewn pleats. And then bend that end again. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's, it's got, what's it got? It's got, oh, this one's got a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. It's got 7. 7. This piece I did over here, this one is done. Back on the back, this is the back. Goes on there. I already put this one, already did this one. Just trying to figure out how to get the foam and the cover off of, like I say, I don't know. Not sure. It looks like, might be plastic or fiberglass. Not really too sure. But it's a first for me. It's a first for me, and it's, I can say I give those guys who do this stuff on a daily basis, I give them credit, because, you know, they probably make me look like a fool. Because I spent a couple hours, you know, messing around with this one, and once I figured out how to get it off, you know, and then get the new cover on it, and twist those staples back into place. It's almost like surgery, believe it or not, because, you know, it's like stitching. Because you get your little staple, and you get your pliers on it, and then it's like you hook it around the 2 wires, pop it through the other side, grab another pair of pliers, squish it together, and then kind of grab it there and there like that, and, you know, push it together till it's tight. And yeah, it's like, but there's, you know, I think this one had like 30 of those staples. My hands are very sore from doing that. Now, let's get away from the upholstery. The camera girl, my lovely wife Karen, she decided she was going to rip apart a food processor today, because this thing worked a while ago, and we got a whole bunch of free cow corn, and we were going to just kind of puree it, you know, chop it up a bit, the niblets for the chickens, because we're not sure if the chickens can eat whole niblets. I don't know if they can digest that stuff, but it didn't work, so she's playing around with this. She's putting her electrical skills to the test with a, it's not a big circuit board, but yeah, this we play around with, you know, the motor works. We tested the motor with a cordless drill battery. Motor works, we got power coming to it. Something in this little circuit board is, you know, I told her, I said, well, there you go, look, the motor works. You got your go-to. If you can't figure out that circuit board, you just hot wire this baby. Maybe a car battery, you know, maybe a car battery. Really chop that corn up. But yeah, man, we mess with everything. We mess with everything here at Sharp Customs. We're going to go for a little walk that way. Come with me. Follow me. We're going to go around the corner here. So there's the black truck. It's in black. I've got it based up. Notice I got the camera to point that way. That was so I could have a sip of my my beverage. Not that it matters. I just got in a fresh supply of fiberglass materials. I like this stuff here. This stuff is the veil. It's the 1/2 ounce veil that I've been using for all my fiberglass work. I got this roll. This roll feels much. It's called veil, but it's not as light as this. I'm gonna say it's 3 of these. I'm gonna say it's 1.5 ounce veil, and I did try a little bit of it tonight, which I'm gonna show you something. But I got another pail of polyester resin, another gallon of PVA, another gallon of gel coat, and I got my old floor wax here, the old paste wax. Yeah, she's this been around for this can's been around for more than 20 years. She's done. She's empty. She's empty. So I thought I would try the Pardal. That's the name brand of the spray release. So I thought I would try their wax. Pardal, paste number 2. Seems okay. I haven't tried it yet. It's wax. It's slippy. But, yeah, one of the next layups, I'll be trying that stuff. And I wanted to, so for this video, I wanted to actually do some airbrushing, but I was playing around earlier in the week, and these are kind of the colors that I was coming up with. They're kind of a yellowy green. I'm on this one, but they're still not quite bright enough. I would like a very toxic green flame on the black. I think it would just pop really nice. So I did do some airbrushing. I did some airbrushing, just fooling around on this piece of card paper. But I don't mind that one. I don't mind that one. It's more opaque. It's not. I want something a little more transparent. So might actually hit up the paint shop and might look for some fluorescence, some iridescence, you know, stuff like that. Did look up some cool pictures on the internet, and I saw some pretty cool looking flames. And the fellow was actually nice enough. I don't remember the name of his company, but he was nice enough to tell me all the colors and the paint coats. And it was all House of Color. And sorry to say, most expensive paint on the planet. I will not be buying any of that product. I've used it. That's where I'm going to end that right there. So I've had a few requests for, I actually had a request for a Chevy truck body this week. I do have one upstairs. It's waiting. It's just waiting. It's just sitting up there waiting to be put in a box and, you know, shipped somewhere in the world. But we'll see where that goes. That could be a bust. But I also got a couple more requests for the GT40s. There you go. We got the molds all together. Doing another one-piece GT40. And yes, I know you've seen this 100 times probably. I'm going to lay it down. It's getting heavy because I have put a few layers of glass in it. Yes, I tinted my resin. I tinted it yellow. I like to tint my resin just so I can see where I'm going. This was not a gel coat. I did not spray gel coat in here. Actually got my gel coat a day after I got this one prepped and ready to kind of rock and roll. So I thought, well, heck, you know what? I do clear cast stuff all the time. Let's do a GT40 and clear cast. I don't believe I did that. This will be the first clear cast GT40. But it has issues. And those issues, I can show you, are kind of like, you can see these offset colors in here. It's hardening up now, but all these offset where it's lighter and where it's dark, basically what they are is like that right there. I can put my thumbnail into that. That is an air bubble, which is something I've seen air bubbles before, but that's pretty crazy because all that lighter color yellow all in here, and it's all through it. It's all through it, mainly on the sides. Not too much on this side. There's a little bit. There's a little bit I can press in. Right down in here, there's a big air bubble. And I was kind of like, well, you know, not really too sure what's going on with that. The back, down here in the back, a lot of air bubbles. Actually I cut a couple pieces out so I could have a look, and it was like, you know, the PVA stayed in place and the piece of fiberglass came out. Now I've got up to here, so from here back all has a 6-ounce chop in it. Underneath that 6-ounce chop we've got, obviously we've got the veil. I got another round, another 6 ounces, so I'm gonna go as far as I can go with that. I was gonna just ditch the project. I was gonna ditch it when I seen all those air bubbles in there. I was gonna ditch it, and I was like, well, you know what? I've gone this far. I've gone this far. I might as well at least put in one layer of 6 ounce. It'll be a light layup. I've done light layups before, but I might as well put in the 6 ounce chop, finish it up. The front up here, all in the nose, looks good. Now I've got more yellow tint. I've got more yellow tint in there, so it's kind of hard to say. But I'm gonna finish laying it up. I'm gonna finish laying it up tonight because I'm really curious. I want to pull this apart tomorrow when it's all cured up to see what those air bubble issues are. I really don't know what they are. I'm not gonna know until I pull, you know, all the pieces off and see kind of what's going on behind there. You know, looking at it from this side, only thing I can think of is what I tried with this one is I did brush in a complete layer of just polyester resin on top of my PVA release. Now there's a possibility that I'm not a fiberglass expert. Just to let everybody know, I am not a fiberglass expert. What I'm thinking might have happened is the polyester might have dried and, you know, it shrunk. Polyester shrinks. And it might have pulled, you know, the PVA from the molds and created what we got going on here, the bubbling. Now they're going to harden. They're definitely going to harden, but they're going to show. They're going to show on the outside when I demold this. And if at worst case, that's what I'm thinking. Worst case scenario, I might have a few little dents where those air bubbles are, which that would actually be pretty easy to fix with, you know, a little bit of filler, whatnot. But you know what? You'll get to see it. You know you will get to see it because, you know, like I say, I'm going to finish this up tonight, and you might actually get a video tomorrow of, you know, pulling the molds off of this. And I know you've seen that before, but I don't know if you've seen a one piece. All the pieces. We've got 13 pieces. Look at this sucker. We've got 13 pieces all bolted together. And this is actually for, you know, this one, the one piece. This will only be it'll be the third one piece mold. Normally I do them in 5 pieces. You know, do the sills, do the center, do the back, do the front. You know, that's kind of the way I ship them. I do have another one to do after this, which will be, that one will definitely be all gel coated, and that one will be done in the 5 pieces because that one's going to be what I call a full cut. Kind of like the very first one I did. Hinge doors, hinge back, hinge front, firewalls, bulkheads, you know, the whole 9 yards, as they would say. But yeah, so I've got my resin, I've got my hardener in the syringe, I got my rubber gloves. I'm going to finish this video. I'm going to crank the tunes up. I'm going to finish my beer. I'm going to put my rubber gloves on, mix up my stuff, and I want to get this finished. I don't want to be at this all frickin' night, you know. Basically each 6 ounces takes me, I can whip her in there pretty quick. I'm getting faster. You know, the more and more I think about it. This is number 15, believe it or not. Number 15 GT40. Jeff, I'm hoping it turns out, buddy, because this is the one I started for you. Jeff knows who he is. He's a local here where I live, and he's already built a GT40. I should put the first one in a video. He's already got a chassis built for this one, and I know he'll do a bitchin' job if this turns out good. Because if it doesn't turn out good, I'll just start another one for him. No big deal. But yeah, there you have it, man. Thought I'd give you a little update on what's been going on here. We've been doing a lot more than that, man. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Every day is a new adventure. You know, every day we might only do little things, but we do a lot of little things. Have I been working on that old shoebox? Well, of course I have. You know it. Camera girl, she's been working on putting that motor, the 327, back together. She's been picking away at that, you know. Fall is here, so we have a lot of outdoor stuff that we've kind of been picking away at, you know. Gotta get the gardens cleaned up, get the pool emptied, you know, it's just, it goes on and on. But yeah, like if I kept going and I showed you all the stuff, it's like, you know, like, put it this way, some days I am a total, I'm trying to think of the name of it. You know, I start one little project and I'm doing another little project, and then I go do something else, and then I come back into the shop and I start back where I left off and then jump over here. You know, I'm a multitasker some days, man. I just jump all over the damn place, you know. I could be outside cleaning up dog shit, you know. I could be sucking the water and leaves out of the pool, you know, because every time it rains and, you know, it's fall, obviously, it's like we emptied the pool and we want to try and keep it clean. We're not going to tarp it, but, you know, we just want to keep it clean. You know, a little bit of shit gets in there for the spring, that's fine. But that's what I'm saying, man, multitasking. Sometimes I'm multitasking 10 things in this property shop, you know, just bouncing. I'm bouncing, you know. Sometimes I'll do a little bit of layup on fiberglass stuff, and then I'll wait. Like, that's nice. That's set up. That last 6 ounces, about an hour ago, it's pretty much set up. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on with the next 6 ounces, and I'm gonna move on with the next 6 ounces after that. Hopefully, I'm not out here till all hours of the night. You never know. You never know. Why do I have it standing up here like this? Well, because I actually had my little exhaust fan on. It actually does a really good job when you kind of lean that there. It sucks the fumes out. But, yeah, there you have it, man. I could go on and on and on with all the little projects, man. Look at this. I'm going to step over here just really quick. Just one thing I did the other day. Camera girl was working on the motor. She was setting up the valves. And I threw the intake in the sandblast cabinet. I shit you not. I don't know what I used the sand in the sandblast cabinet for, but there was about 2 cups. There's about 2 cups worth of sand left in the bottom of the cabinet. And I just kept cycling it and cycling it and cycling it until I got that sucker all nice and clean. I'm not going to do anything with it. We're going to get some new media for the sandblast cabinet, because that was just ridiculous. Sticking the hose into, like, you know, a little blob of sand like this. It was ridiculous. It's nice when it's full. You know, you just stick the tube down there and just kind of blast away, and, you know. But yeah, there you go, man. Shove Customs. Share, like, subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to all my subscribers. Love you guys. Don't forget to comment. Peace. I'm out.